The conspiracy clerk Tina Peters wasn't just a county clerk. She was a true believer. Flat Earth, maybe? Chemtrails? Possibly. But one conspiracy consumed her above all others. The belief that the 2020 presidential election had been stolen. As the official responsible for safeguarding ballots in her Colorado County, Tina was supposed to be the guardian of democracy. Instead, she became its saboteur. When her candidate lost, Tina didn't accept defeat. She whispered about deep state plots and hidden hands, and then she hatched a plan. She couldn't access the voting machines alone, too many safeguards, but she had allies. An IT consultant with the keys to the system, a deputy clerk named Belinda, and a shadowy figure known only as Conspiracy Turd. Together, they slipped into the election office. Using a stolen security badge, they bypassed protections, copied hard drives, and walked out with the digital skeleton of the county's voting system. Screenshots, passwords, sensitive files. All of it ended up in the hands of conspiracy networks and eventually on the internet for the world to see. The breach was discovered almost immediately. Investigators swarmed Tina's office. The Secretary of State suspended her. Belinda was caught sneaking back into the office and arrested. But Tina? She doubled down. She showed up at Belinda's trial, secretly recording court proceedings on her iPad until she was caught, handcuffed and dragged out of a bagel shop in a viral arrest that made her a martyr to fellow conspiracy theorists. 911 lines in her county were flooded with angry calls from supporters demanding her release. Tina basked in the chaos. Instead of retreating, Tina went louder. She fired lawyers, delayed hearings, and even ran for Secretary of State, hoping political power might shield her. She gave speeches railing against globalists and Marxists, violating her bond conditions and earning another arrest. She blamed the IT consultant whose badge she had stolen, throwing his family into FBI raids and public harassment. She painted herself as the hero, the whistleblower, the chosen one. But her deputy Belinda saw the writing on the wall. She flipped, taking a plea deal and agreeing to testify against Tina. 3 years of delays finally ended. Tina faced trial for election tampering. Her defense? That prison beds weren't up to her standards. That her health required a magnetic mattress. The judge wasn't impressed. "You are no hero," he told her. "You abused your position. You peddled snake oil. And you endangered democracy itself." The verdict was swift. Guilty. The sentence, 9 years in prison. Even now, Tina insists she did nothing wrong. To her, she is still the warrior against the deep state, the martyr for a stolen election. But to the courts, to the state, and to history, she is something else entirely. A cautionary tale of how conspiracy theories can consume a person and bring down the very institutions they swore to protect. The night Bryce dragged his whole family into trouble. Bryce was just 17, cruising through the night with music blasting and a little Zaza in his system. He felt untouchable, until the red and blue lights lit up behind him. Officer had clocked him at 73 and a 55. At first, it seemed like a routine stop. Just a speeding ticket. But then officer leaned in, sniffed the air, and caught the unmistakable scent of weed. Suddenly, this wasn't just about speeding, it was about driving under the influence. Before things could escalate, another car pulled up. Out stepped Mom, storming toward the flashing lights. She had been nearby at a family gathering and couldn't resist checking on her son. "Is this about my boy?" she demanded. Officer explained the situation, but Mom wasn't having it. She argued, dismissed the smell, and insisted everyone smoked anyway. Instead of calming things down, she poured gasoline on the fire. Officer moved to search Bryce's car. That's when everything spiraled. Mom refused to back away. She got in the officer's face, shouting, "You can arrest me too." Officer warned her. She didn't listen. Within seconds, she was on the ground, handcuffed, screaming for Bryce to record everything. Bryce, panicked and high, jumped in to defend her. He waved his hands, shouted that his mom couldn't breathe, and even tried calling 911 on the police themselves. The scene turned into pure madness. Bryce yelling, Mom thrashing, officer trying to keep control. Bodycam footage shows the chaos. Bryce shouting, "What did she do wrong?" while Mom screamed, "Record this." Another relative even appeared out of nowhere, edging closer until officer barked at them to stay back. By the time backup arrived, the roadside looked like a family protest gone wrong. Bryce was cuffed. Mom was cuffed. Both were on their knees, yelling for help. Even in the back of the police car, neither stayed quiet. Bryce cursed at the officers, calling them names. Mom unleashed a torrent of trash talk, claiming she had connections and promising revenge. "You don't know who I know," she spat. "Karma's coming for you. Your wife, your kids, all of them." Officer stayed calm, but the footage captured every word. Turns out, Mom didn't have the powerful connections she bragged about. She was charged, pled guilty, and ended up with probation and community service. Bryce, being a minor, likely faced lighter consequences, but his reputation was sealed. What started as a simple speeding ticket became a full-blown family disaster, immortalized on body cam footage and viral clips. Bryce wanted a joyride. Instead, he dragged his entire family into a roadside showdown with the law. One impulsive night, one cloud of smoke, and one stubborn mom turned into a cautionary tale. Sometimes, the biggest trouble isn't to what you do, it's who shows up to defend you.